Hey yo, okay, so what is up? Before we get into the speculations of this video, basically, I'm going to talk about the secret boxes that we are having each week for 5 weeks that have secret codes. First we had Festival, then we had Lost Fame Ellie, and now we're also about to, I think we have this one already. If not, we're going to get it today, sorta. Yeah, today maybe. And this will be the box for this week, and the code is Assassin. Just in case you don't know, it's Assassin. Assassin. Just in case you don't know. And also, one of these boxes contain an SSR hero. So that's a free coin or a free new hero for you. So definitely check this out. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video, right? So, we all know that they decided, let me find it. They decided that they were going to put Mono alone in a summon that's coming to global. Just alone. Usually she's with Blue Easton, okay? She's supposed to be with Blue Easton. That's how JP was. Blue Easton and Mono. But instead, Global has different plans for us, okay? Well, Netmarble has different plans for Global. They are releasing Mono alone, which therefore puts a lot of theories in the air. So what I'm thinking is double Easton banner, okay? So if you don't know Easton, this is the first Easton that was ever in Grand Cross, okay? This is the regular Easton, Blue Easton. And her first card inflicts damage equal to 150% of attack on all enemies. She has an AoE as her first card, and it fills her ultimate move gauge, and then does 180, and then does 300, and fills her ultimate move gauge by 2. Her passive is increased basic stats by 5% per each buff on allies and enemies. So the more, that goes up to 5 times, so it's 25%. So the more buffs you have on your allies, or the more buffs your enemies have, that's increasing your basic stat, and then you can max it out by getting a 25%. And then also, she has a card where she can increase her attack related stats on rank 1 for 15, on rank 2 for 20, and on rank 3 for 30. And both rank 1 and 2 are for 2 turns, and her rank 3 is for 3 turns, right? So she's really a support unit, heavy support unit, but she's not bad at all. Like, she's actually a really good unit. And also her ultimate inflicts spike damage equal to 350% of attack on all enemies, and this is 2 times the crit damage. And let's see her crit. Her crit damage is 147.5. So you put some crit damage armor on her with some health armor or attack armor. It's up to you, whatever you want. She's gonna be hitting pretty hard, right? So this is the first Easton, but this Easton is the one that really catches my eye to like a point where I'm really debating, right? If Goddess Liz, if these units, if this double Easton banner comes before Goddess Liz somehow, some way, which I'm just assuming, this is just a hunch, okay? If this double Easton banner comes before Goddess Liz, I actually don't know like what to do. I mean, some of you might say skip, but honestly, in my opinion, Green Easton is so good. She's so good. For the mere fact that, right? Let's just read her stats. She's a green attribute. Her first card inflicts weak point damage and is a single target for 120, 180, and then 300% damage, right? And her passive increases all allies' pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage by 5% per debuff on enemies. This limit goes up to 8 and applies when entering battle. So basically, this card right here is your money maker, because once this rank 1 just disables recovery skills, that's 1 debuff for 2 turns. Rank 2 disables recovery skills as well as prevents ultimate move gauge from filling up, right, on enemies. So it's 2 debuffs. And then rank 3, it disables recovery skills, prevents ultimate move gauges from filling up on all enemies, and decreases attack by 20% for 3 turns. So that's 3 debuffs on rank 3. If you get a rank 3, that's complete lockdown. That's like, they can't do anything. They can't cleanse that. They can't do anything, right? And then once you have those 3 debuffs, there's increases all allies' pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage by 5% per debuff on the enemy. So that's 5, 10, 15. And then that's like on all the enemies, right? So that's over 3, 6, not like, wow. That's a lot of debuffs. So it's 9 times 5, so 45%. That's going to be hitting pretty hard, right? She's going to literally nuke anything. She's so good. And then her ultimate is the same as Blue Easton's. It inflicts spike 2 times the crit damage. And then, if you don't know, this increases her crit damage, right? And then her crit damage is 140%, right? On level 1 base, right? Like that. That is insane. She is, man, this is very debatable. Not debatable for me, okay? Because what I would do if I was like, what I would do actually if a double Easton banner comes before a Liz banner, I'm 100% summoning on the Easton banner. Like, I need, because the green Easton is just something you can't let go. And blue Easton is also a good support unit. Like, both these Eastons are super good in their OCs. So there's no telling when they'll come back, when there will be the next all OC banner or something, you know? So, like, it's just like they're an exclusive in their own way. And then there's Elizabeth, right? Which is going to be the festival exclusive, okay? Which will not be probably coming back until the next festival. But like I said, OCs don't come back forever as well because they're original characters. They're just designed that way, right? So she we'll go over Goddess Elizabeth though. She's attribute blue. If no one on global knows about her, because I saw some people saying like, what does Goddess Liz do? Some you know, they haven't been to global. They just got back to global. What does she do? What does she do? Well, let's get to it. Her first card inflicts raw damage of 200% of attack on one enemy. It's a single target, and then it turns into a debuff for rank 2 and rank 3, which cancels stances on one enemy, inflicts damage equal to 200% of attack, and then stuns for one turn. And then on rank 3, it cancels stances on one enemy, inflicts damage equal to 250% of attack, and then stuns for one turn. So it's not going to do a lot of attack, but it's canceling stances and stunning. This is a really clutchable move, and then this isn't even where she really shines. I'm going to go over her passive last, right? So her second card is Goddess Bless, right? It creates a barrier around all allies equal to 150% of attack for one turn. When attacked, no bonus damage effect will be applied. Exclude Rupture, right? So basically, when attacked, no bonus damage effect will be applied. Rupture is probably going to hit you. I think that's what this is saying right here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Rupture should still hit you since it is a buff, right? Creates a barrier around all allies equal to 200% of attack for one turn, and then creates a barrier around all allies for 300% of attack for 2 turns. And then our ultimate heals HP of all allies to 30% of max HP, reflects 40%. Oh my god, 120% at max ult of taking damage, and heals for 50% of the damage reflected for 2 turns. So what this is basically saying, guys, if you don't understand, is you want a 6/6er for the max 120%, right, of reflect, because that means when they hit you, they're taking 120% of their damage right back. So that's going to hurt. They are going to get so hurt from that. That's going to literally destroy them, right? And then it'll heal you for 50% of the damage reflected. So if they hit you for like 50,000, you're getting 25,000 health back, and they're going to get hit for more damage, right? They're taking the damage. So if you hit her while she has her shield on, they'll take damage and you'll heal. You see what I'm saying? And then also, that's not the only thing that makes her so strong, because she can put that shield up, and even if you do kill somebody, she has the Goddess Embrace, which is her passive / unique. If an ally is going to die, recovers HP by the amount before death and revive the hero. This is once per battle and applies when entering battle. So she can revive anybody, right? Sort of like Melascula, except it's like if you kill Melascula, you kill her, you kill the person that she revived. If you kill Goddess Liz and she already revived somebody, you don't kill the person she revived. They stay alive with the amount of health they had before they died, right? So this brings me to the conclusion that both these units are really, like, in my opinion, SS tier. Both of these units. She is probably S tier or A tier. She's good. She's not bad. She's worth summoning for. But these two units right here, like, this unit was really released to counter Lost Flame Meliodas and Goddess Liz, and it actually worked pretty well, okay? If you haven't seen videos on it, it's actually insane. So skip or summon for double Easton if double Easton comes before Goddess Liz. Honestly, in my opinion, please Capone don't. Oh my god, my dog. Okay, anyway, in honest opinion, I'm not skipping the Easton banner, and I'm not skipping the Goddess Liz banner. If you're free to play, this is a tough decision for you. But in my opinion, I think you should still go with Goddess Liz. As much as Easton is so strong, I think you should still go with Goddess Liz. Unless you have like 5,000 gems and you can spend like 1,000 on Easton maybe, you know, and then spend the rest on Goddess Liz. Up to you. If you're free to play, if you have that many gems, up to you. But in my opinion, if you're free to play, save for Elizabeth still. Because double Easton, oh my god, they are glorious, but you really, really, really want this Elizabeth, because she is really strong too. But as for me, I'm going in on both banners. If this does somehow happen where we get double Easton, like after Mono, the next banner might be double Easton, or it might be something else like Luxinia or something. You know how Netmarble surprises us. If it's something like that, then yeah, that's a fat skip, guys. But if it's double Easton, go for it, because this leads me to think double Easton is going to be the thing, right? Because of Mono being alone. Yes. And then that's really about it. Like, that's like actually it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what free to play players should actually do with this. Save your gems for Liz. I'm just gonna say it. Just save your gems for Liz. She's so good, okay? She's really good. She's like really, really good. She clutches up a lot. Even though Green Easton, Blue Easton are really good, you gotta think about it. Liz is a festival exclusive, and these are just OCs. But OCs and festival exclusives share similar, you know, popularity, because they're like, this Green Easton really is really good. But anyway, skip for double Easton if you are free to play and you don't have an abundance of gems. But if you do have abundance of gems, please go in on this banner, and also save gems to go in on Goddess Liz. But if you don't, free to plays, you don't have a lot of gems, you have like 400 gems, go ahead and save for Elizabeth, because trust me, you're going to need every single piece of gem you have. Because this banner is probably going to be a point to all the units, just like Lost Fame Meliodas, okay? So your luck is probably going to be dimped down to the pits, right? But anyway, that's about it for this video. Guys, this is a tough decision for me, and this might be a tough decision for everybody else, but some people are like, that's a fat skip for her. That's a fat skip for Easton. But Easton, y'all don't understand how good this unit is right here. This unit is way too good to be true. And so is Elizabeth. So it just makes it a very difficult decision on what to do. And then plus it comes with another Easton, which is also good in the banner. So it's like you have a double knockout right here, because they're both good. And then you have this festival unit, which is never coming back until the next festival. So anyway, without further ado, if this helped you, if this helped you realize if there might be a double Easton banner before Elizabeth, should you skip or summon, if this helped you come to your conclusion of your answer, then I really hope it did. And if it did, smash that like button down below, you guys. Comment down below your opinions, and I'll, you know me, I'll answer. I want to talk about these. I want to talk about what y'all have. Like, what's your thoughts on a double Easton banner if that does come to global, right? And then also, yeah, that's about it. Hopefully this doesn't happen though. Hopefully double Easton doesn't come before Liz, because Liz, we really need to save gems for Liz. They're gonna make it a pretty tough decision if they release both Eastons before Liz. They're gonna make that super tough. They're like playing with our minds at that point, and our pockets, because they're gonna get some money out of me. But anyway, without further ado, join the subscribers by hitting the subscribe button down below if you enjoyed this, if this helped you out, if this gave you some insight on what might happen on global, stir up some thoughts and opinions, because I love thinking about what's going to happen next, because like you never know, like nobody ever knew Mono was coming. But anyway, without further ado, I will catch you guys in the next video, which will be a little later, or actually no, it'll probably be before this. No, it'll probably be a little later. I'll post this as soon as I can, right? So I will catch you guys in the next video that will be a little later, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.